I think we need the rule of law and the democracy. Rule of law and democracy is the goal of our political reform. That process will be very long. It's gradual. But the orientation should be very clear. To achieve this goal, we need to move forward step by step. No revolution.
But also no standing still.
Yeah, right.
You know, for a lot of viewers watching this right now, and to hear Ambassador Wu, you say that China needs political reform, democracy, a lot of eyebrows are probably being lifted. You know, that's probably is that really in the thinking of Beijing and the party leaders right now? It's like we have democracy and meaningful political reform in the back of our minds. We do have a timetable in mind.
If you look at the President Xi Jinping's speech, if you look at the party party Congress political report, you can see they talk a lot about political reform. Whether we need a timetable, I think we need some time to have it. But when the goal should be very clear. Xi Jinping was very clear on that. We need rule of law and democracy.
The system, at a certain point, has to start to give way against the pressure of these aspirations. And one of the big things we're all aware of, the elephant in the room, is corruption.
我最大的梦想当然就
My biggest dream is, of course, to earn enough money to take care of my family.
My dream is to live next to a sunny beach where there's very few people.
我现在最大的梦想就还是考一个
My biggest dream is for my son to get into America's best university.
The People's Daily made a comment about the Chinese dream, and it said the Chinese dream is the dream of every individual Chinese. Is that just party propaganda, or is it true? The party is putting focus, unprecedented emphasis on the individual.
I think what this means is that China wants to create a more egalitarian society. We have a lot of people in the last 20 years who've gotten extraordinarily wealthy, but lots of people have been left behind. So I think this means that we need to improve the incomes of the lower segments of society, not just creating an elite, which is a small part of the population.
When you talk to 10 different people today, you'll get 10 different answers on what the Chinese dream means.
Yeah.
And that's remarkable. I mean, that's a real change from the past. I mean, if you think about the previous slogans, they were things that were frankly impossible for people to understand. But Chinese dream it's good marketing, and it makes sense. People can adopt it into their lives. So that's a challenge partly to the party, because what they've done is they've made a promise to people that you will have a chance to have a Chinese dream. And now they have to make good on that promise.
Yes.
What about the Chinese dream of becoming a U.S. citizen? Because that's one I've heard over and over again.
Yeah, but it's a very small segment of the Chinese population. We have 1.3 billion people. Your population is only 300 million. So maybe part of them. You know, we live a globalized world. People move around. People adopting different nationality. This is something new. Chinese is part of this trend. Maybe for some Chinese, they have this dream. But most Chinese, they don't, because they have to live in China.
Well, let's talk about the dreams of ordinary Chinese.
Yes.
I mean, for example, the ones that I've heard, dreaming of a better job, a car, an apartment, a house of their own, or even a chance for their entire family to live together in one city.
Yeah.
Very, very simple things.
Yeah, I mean, there was a poll recently about education nationwide. They asked parents, do you think you can get your child into a good school? 46% of the parents said, I don't think I can get my child into an adequate education without social connections or without paying fees under the table. That's a problem.
That's absolutely right. I would say the Chinese dream is not equivalent to the American dream. You know, not every Chinese person can afford to own a large vehicle or large vehicles or a large home. Chinese dreams can be quite basic. It could be quite different from person to person.
Can these dreams come true under the Chinese dream of Xi Jinping?
Not
That's a good question.
all people will have their dream to come true. But many people will have it, will achieve it. Look at the past 35 years. China achieved a lot. A lot of Chinese pursued their dream. They succeeded. That explains China's dynamism. Otherwise, that kind of achievement would be impossible. So in the next 10 years, same thing will be true. The Chinese will pursue their dreams in a different way, and some will succeed more, others less. But the dream, to my understanding, is a universal value. Dream drives people.